Hello everyone and welcome back to Octopath Traveler. Last time we watched a long cutscene and had some dialogue buttons to click, and this time we get actual combat gameplay. To go to the subterranean study. I should also state that I have now in my private playthrough gone a little further ahead again, as I do, and it turns out we do get more party members. There's just a sort of standard system where you have some active party members, which is basically limited to 4 of them. And if you have more than that number in your party,
come in if thou darest,
then you basically need to turn some party members into inactive. I don't know, just tag-alongs, I guess. So 4 of them are in combat, but I think there is a total of 8 characters actually in the game. But only ever 4 of them are in combat, and I'm guessing there will be some sort of system where you choose, again, very much like in many other RPGs of this type, you choose which 3 or maybe 4 party members are in active combat, and the rest are sort of kept in reserve. Again, we've seen this in lots of Final Fantasy games and similar things. Oh yes.
what next?
One cool thing is that Cyrus has the Study Foe ability, which means when combat starts, he will determine one of the enemies of each enemy's weaknesses. Since these are the same enemy, he detected the same weakness, but if I encounter these lantern guys again, I think they're supposed to be like floating lanterns, maybe with a sort of blade thing underneath them. I'm not sure. But if we were to find these again, he would detect another weakness. Unless I've already found all the weaknesses, of course, then there's nothing to detect. But this makes him very valuable for the party, because it means you always know at least one weakness that an enemy has. So I'm just going to do Lind. And they are also weak to spear attacks, apparently. No. And I got lucky that this one was attacked. I can now attack the second one as well to break it using a standard attack.
I'll do my best.
And then we can do a boosted luminescence. Maybe that will be enough to kill? I don't think so, but oh, no, that was fine. Okay.
The flame guides us true.
And there we found the... sorry, wrong button. Just because I play different games and A and B tend to have different sort of things they do, I sometimes get confused between A and B. It's mostly because I have a 3DS as well, which I just play on privately, because what else do you do these days, right? And yeah, the buttons are different on that, and it's just, it happens. Anyway, I wanted to give him his Winter Tire. Increases physical and elemental defense a bit. Actually quite a bit. 21 and 19 points respectively, so that's not bad. And it also gives 22 points of speed. I believe speed means you go quicker in combat, you get your turn quicker.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Oh, we surprised our foe. Very nice. Another thing I will do is...
I'll do my best.
During dungeons like this, where the fights are somewhat challenging maybe, I will keep them in. And I will eventually just equip a skill that reduces enemy encounters. And when going over the world map, I will try to only ever show you each enemy composition once. Because fighting takes a bit of time, and if you've seen me fight, I don't know, a certain enemy already, you don't need to see it again. So there will be some cuts, I guess. But yeah, right now we have... Nice.
come in if thou darest.
With a bat and a skeleton.
Interesting.
Now, I don't think the
dilemma.
skeleton's going to be weak to either of these types of attack,
Oh,
but
flames! Rage strong!
and indeed it isn't.
I'll not be defeated. May the sacred flame
But it
shine
is weak
forth.
to light magic. So that's convenient.
I am not made for such battles.
To our right, you can already see the merchant and save point that we get
I've
before
done my
the
research
tutorial
on you.
boss fight. And now we realize these enemies are also
My
weak to
turn now.
sword attacks. Not to light damage though. Maybe to ice wind?
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
They are indeed.
Letting the hunt begin.
Let's hope we get a sweep. Nice.
Thou didst fight with courage.
Of course, Cyrus will be lagging behind in levels, but when he becomes a full party member, I'll go through a session of leveling him up again. Just like I did with Ophelia when she joined.
Time to teach you a lesson.
Letting the hunt beginning.
So Bat is weak to bow attacks, very nice. We can actually use a standard attack on Cyrus
Well
to
then.
also break the enemy. And Ophelia can do her light magic.
Well then.
Keep bumping my microphone. I guess I will eventually get a new one, but
May the
I
sacred
don't want to
flame shine
sort of order
forth.
random stuff for my hobby on Amazon right now, because
I hope I've
people
grown
actually
more
need
able.
the delivery services to get stuff that they actually need. Like, my shower hose broke a few days ago, and I need to buy a new one. So I ordered that online to not go out shopping. I wouldn't want that kind of delivery to be delayed
Can't we
because,
settle this
someone
like
needs their
gentlemen?
Nintendo Switch or whatever. Alright, now we know the full weaknesses of these guys. Let's go in. If we get the sweep, then the enemies are both broken. Very convenient.
My turn now.
And now they're dead.
I am not made for such battles.
This is the last chest. And so I want to buy maybe 5 more of these heating grapes, and 5 more of these inspiriting plums. Because you never know, you will eventually need some of these in combat. At least I do. And boss fight time. Of course, cutscene before, but then boss fight.
Oh. Excuse me. A moment of your time. Come now. The truth is, huh? hole. Is that so? Huh. Pah.
Would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids. Just
I
classic.
don't think this one will listen to reason.
And what I don't get, and perhaps someone can explain this to me, why did they make him so large? He's supposed to be a normal human-sized guy. Why is he suddenly so huge? It made sense for the beast that Harnett was hunting. You know, you can't... There's some discrepancy to be expected there, you know. In the fight it has to look really big and intimidating, but as an actual sprite in the cutscene beforehand, if you make it that large, it kind of would look stupid. And the sort of ice guardian thing with Ophelia's holy flame could also be a big thing. That makes sense, right? But this is just supposed to be a fellow scholar who stole a book, right? Is it just... is the boss scarier because he's taller? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so these guys are weak to spear attacks as well.
I'll not be defeated.
Let's try a Holy Light. Okay, none of them are weak to that.
What is the logical course of action?
Maybe the ice things are weak to fire, that would make sense. And they are indeed, very good. Even though the big guy is weak to ice.
My arrow fly and true.
Let's try Lind again, we get another pounce. Great, I was
I'll not
hoping
be
for a
defeated.
sweep. Sure, I'm just gonna try this, because I've never done it before. We now have a Reflective Veil on Harnett, which lasts one turn. That's disappointingly short.
What next?
Or maybe it's not one turn, it's one stack maybe. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Alright, let's try... I don't know. Sure, Forest Ratkin too.
My turn now. Here I go! May the sacred flame shine forth!
I'm gonna try and get rid of the ads as quickly as possible. So. Okay, it actually did reflect the elemental attack. That's nice. Let's boost up the fireball to max. And we got rid of those ice elemental
I'll do my
things.
best.
Now,
This guy is weak to just standard attacks, which I can take advantage of.
Letting the hunt begin.
And he's weak to sword attacks as well, that's also convenient.
I'll do my best.
Let's do a heal wounds,
Let your
because
wounds
Cyrus
be
does
healed.
not have much HP yet, so I want to keep him full.
an interesting dilemma.
Let's see, I'm just going to do a normal attack here
Coming,
to break
if
him
thou
down a bit.
darest.
And let's do a Blinding Claw. Okay, now I think this is him
I'll do my
charging up
best.
for a certain attack. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna boost Ophelia. So she now does 2 attacks, which breaks him, and I think this
Coming,
means his
if thou
casting of his
darest.
big, dangerous abilities interrupted. And we can now
Coming.
summon a maxed out Lind for 828 damage. And on Cyrus we can boost up and do an Ice Wind for 205 damage. His level is a bit lower, so his damage is
next?
not great yet.
Well then,
Everyone's doing okay for hit points. Even Cyrus is not gonna die in one hit, so I can, let's just summon this random villager guy we have following along. 414 damage, that's not bad. Okay, we have enough MP for 3 more spells, so... let's do that now while he's broken. And then I'll switch to standard attacks when he's got his shield back.
my turn now.
Right, just
your
make sure
wounds
everyone
be
stays healthy. Nice. And yeah, now I'm switching to standard attacks because the
Coming,
enemy is weak
if
to those,
thou
and this way I
darest.
can easily break him. And I'll just keep using this Forest Fox attacks. I don't think the
Let the
blind will
hunt
do much,
begin.
but it's just whittling down his shield, basically.
Missedst me.
Ha! He actually missed. Okay.
I'll not be defeated.
Again, the miss chance from being blinded is not as good as you would like it to be. And we've broken him.
An interesting dilemma. My focus is ice.
Fully boosted
Yes,
Ice Wind,
through.
266. Again, it's
Let
not
my
great,
arrow fly
but
and true. Coming.
fully boosted Lind, 855. And that's the kill.
I honor thee, my quarry.
Not that difficult. I should maybe use some of these soul stones at some point to show you what they do. Okay, it's not voice acted. You always have to wait to see if you get voice acting or not. You just needed the money, blah blah.
Just so. Say it is not so.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Actually,
I see.
yes. Actually,
Most intriguing. Is Artemis?
Right, we're gonna get some more cutscening stuff now, but then it'll be back to actual gameplay. I think I can fit it in this episode. I mean, it's not like I have any actual length restrictions. I'm trying to keep somewhat consistent, but it really doesn't matter.
I've brought Professor Albright, as asked, sir.
Good. Enter. Thank you, Lucia.
Yes, Headmaster. What can I do for you? Something tells me he's not about to offer a commendation.
Professor Albright, a most troubling report has reached my ears.
A report, sir?
An anonymous source claims that you have abused your prestigious position to enter into an illicit relationship with Her Highness the Princess.
Oh. And you believed this report, sir?
If it is untrue, then say so.
Why, it is unfounded, unsubstantiated, balderdash of the highest order.
I would like to take your words at face value, Professor, But I fear the situation is not so simple. A rumor regarding the royal family, even an unsubstantiated one such as this, is sure to spread quickly. If we do not take swift action, Princess Mary's good name could be forever sullied. That is something that simply cannot be allowed to happen. Surely you understand.
And so what do you intend to do with me, sir?
It is not an easy decision to make. Dismissing you outright would be tantamount to an admission of guilt.
If I may be so bold, Headmaster, what about a sabbatical? Professor Albright is put on extended leave, while official accounts state that he's doing field work in a distant land.
What say you, Cyrus? This way, both the Academy's reputation and your own will remain intact.
My reputation?
Do we have a problem, Professor?
Not at all, Headmaster. On the contrary, this might prove the perfect opportunity.
Opportunity? For what?
As a matter of fact, there is a matter which has piqued my interest of late. I was just wondering when I might find the time to do a bit of research in the field. I think I will set forth on a journey. In search of an ancient tome that disappeared 15 years ago.
Thank you.
Besides, if I am not permitted to share what I have learned with my peers and the public, there is little point in continuing my research here.
Is that so? Do tell, Professor. What is it that you intend to investigate?
As regards a certain tome. Now, if you will forgive me, I must begin packing for my journey. Good day to you, Headmaster.
Alright, you're now going to, quote-unquote, learn who spread those rumors.
An enigma as ever, that one.
And again, last chance to guess, but I'm sure everyone with a functioning brain is already aware of what exactly has happened.
Professor,
Oh, Therese, what is it?
I heard that you were leaving the academy.
Then you heard true.
Professor, I'm so sorry.
I see. So you were the source of the rumor.
Dun dun.
You knew?
Not until just this moment, when you apologized.
While everyone playing the game was aware 10 minutes ago.
And yet, I cannot fathom your motive. Why would you tell such a terrible lie?
You're always helping Her Highness, answering her every question. I just wanted you to pay more attention to me.
Such complex writing.
And that's why you went to the headmaster.
Yes, but I just wanted to get you in a little trouble.
Anonymously. To get his attention. Because apparently you also don't have a brain.
I didn't think they would. I am so sorry, Professor. Can you ever forgive me?
Worry not, my dear. It just so happens that I was looking for a good excuse to go on a journey.
You were?
For some time now, I've wanted to travel the realm and see what can be learned beyond these halls. I dare say the timing couldn't have been better. You see, there's a certain matter I simply can't wait to investigate. So fret not, my girl. If anything, you've done me a favor. Besides, I am not entirely without fault in the matter. Indeed, I have not been as attentive to you as I should. Had I realized your true intention sooner, I would not be in this position.
Professor, whatever do you...
If only I had realized how devoted you were to your studies, my dear girl.
My studies.
She wants to suck your dick.
I have always striven to treat all my students equally. And yet, Her Highness is always eager to ask questions, and I was all too eager to answer them.
I think this is one of the problems that comes from having all your characters be 12-year-olds, maybe 15. It's basically, you try to have them have adult problems, but what you've written are actually children, and so it doesn't really work properly, and so you end up with this kind of dribble.
In doing so, I may have given the impression that I favored her above you and the others. This was not my intention, but I am at fault all the same. Yes, if only I had seen you for the ardent and devoted young scholar that you are.
Professor... Perhaps you're not quite as sharp as I thought you were.
Yes?
Never mind.
In that case, I should be off. Pray do not shirk your studies, my girl.
Yes, Professor. Will I ever see you again?
I do not see why not, provided we both still live.
Okay, after that cutscene stuff, I will end the episode. I will do some leveling, probably, next episode. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.